Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to a series of Wonders events. I'm your humble DM Robin, joining us today with Stefan, playing as our human sorcerer Ravani, Kat,
There you
playing
go.
as Tali, our wood elf rogue, and previously, the team finally got into the dungeon. Well, that's a starter, and they managed to
The ruins,
defeat.
more like.
Yeah, the ruined city which left of the underground dungeon. So, technically it's still a dungeon. But anyway, they went inside. It's not a bad start besides, encountering some dangerous creatures such as Medusas and the Medusa sisters and a chimera named Chi-Chi. They managed to defeat it, both of them. And kind of just chill for a bit because it's a harsh battle. And now they're sitting just inside the dungeon, ready to get started after a short rest. So, what are you guys gonna do? It's the battle has taken quite a lot out of you guys, and while you rest, you kind of sit inside the dungeon, make a small camp. Did any one of you manage to set up a fire or anything? Or is it just laying down, taking a rest? That's it.
I thought it was the more of the laying down, taking a rest variety. That's what I thought it was.
Okay.
Just a quick short rest, yeah. Tyler would think about it and then be like, what else is around here?
Alright. So the short rest, it's kind of like nothing really happens during that, and there's no kind of imminent threats. I think Sentinel will be voluntarily taking on guards. However, because he lacks dark vision, so all he can do is brighten up his great sword, and use that as a torch. But you can guess that it's not really effective sight because that's pretty much why the initiative rolls. No. I'm just saying that the guard, the entire rest is peaceful. However, you get a feeling like that if anything really happens, the dim light around Sentinel will make him, not only a really big target, but also not very perceptive because he lacks dark vision. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah. But beyond that, the rest is peaceful, and there's not really much of noise down there. You do occasionally hear some, scruffing sound that are just around the area, but you get a sense of feeling that maybe they're rats, maybe just cracking stones and all that. After all, it's a ruin, so there are all kinds of noises. Yeah. But that's about it. So you guys are now all well rested for a short rest, and you are ready to move on. So which direction are you gonna go? So right now you have two options. Well, at least from what you can tell, it's like the path the Chimera came from, which is obviously it's a path leading downwards, or you can go back to the entrance and to the gate to further investigate. Yeah, so the choice is yours. What would you like to do?
Huh.
I mean, we've been having no real luck with the gate other than, I think, we did pick up a symbol of Muradin though, didn't we?
Yes. It's sort of like a downward triangle with a symbol of Muradin on it. Yes.
One of the Medusas was carrying it.
Yes. And as far as you can tell, even with your limited religious knowledge, Medusas don't worship Muradin. Muradin is a dwarven god, so it's kind of weird.
Tyler's gonna wonder aloud if it works as a key. Maybe we'll give the gate one last try.
Okay. So you move backwards. Okay. You approach the gate, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Carrying the symbol and see if anything lights in proximity to it.
Okay. I would need you to roll me an investigation check to see if there's anything besides the symbol, like, or hard to at least raise the symbol or something.
I'm doing great today.
Yeah, you're doing great. Well, get those ones out of the ways or fours. You know, the
Single digits, just weakness.
Maybe it's due to lack of the light, but you don't see any, sockets to put the triangle in. Yeah. Riveni, would you like to, give it a try?
I'll take the semblance or give it a try myself.
All right. You can roll for an Arcana check. Sorry, I was about to say investigation and Arcana, so yeah, you can do either. All right.
14.
That's enough. It's not really a high check. You raise. Yeah. Yeah, Tolly, you think that it's probably because when you approach the socket, you didn't raise the key towards it, or at least it's not close enough. So you're kind of surprised when Riveni kind of moves the key closer towards the symbol, and it kind of hums in a similar tune. It's like a symphony of craftsmanship. It's like the sound of hammering down on iron and compose of a symphony, that the gate itself starts humming, and then for a second nothing happens, but then you see the gate just gently lift itself up without making too much noises. Surprisingly, it's a huge gate. You would expect it to be loud and like crumbling sound around it, but no, the gate just swiftly opens and reveals a path.
Ooh, fancy.
Yep.
Right, stealthing ahead with extreme caution.
All right, roll for stealth check. Nice. That's your forte. So yeah, that's good. You snuck into the shadow like a ghost. Yeah, you kind of snuck into the shadow like a ghost. Yeah, so everyone follows suit, and
I mount up on my spider and fall.
Right. Do you wish to go into stealth or no?
I probably won't deliberately go into stealth myself.
Okay.
Just
because
I will sort of like.
Sorry, go ahead.
I will sort of like keep on the lookout for any other dangers.
Okay. I'm just reminding you, when you're on the spider, if you want to roll for stealth, you have to roll from the spider's, sheet. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. But beyond that, you hold on. Let me reveal more areas so that you guys can see better. All right. Let's see. Alright, this part is revealed for... Yeah, that's much better. Alright. So you move on forward. You don't see or sense anything suspicious, Tali. But I would like you to roll for a perception check if you are actively searching for, any imminent threats. All right. You give it more, hearing and senses. With a 20, you manage to hear some sort of a whisper. It's not. You would imagine that it's not that they are whispering. It's more like because of the distance, the conversation kind of renders into mere whispers. But you do kind of heard that, and it's not just conversation between two people. with that check, you can certainly tell that it's kind of a multiple party kind of having a conversation. And, well, from what you can gather, the tones of it, it's kind of intense. But that's about it.
I'm gonna wave to the others to stay put, that there's a group ahead and I want to go listen.
Alright, so you move on forward.
Yeah, I'll pull to a halt then.
Alright, you move on forward. There's still no sign of any groups, but the kind of sound do gets louder and louder when you get closer. So I would say you move on forward and enter like a gigantic platform of, well, kind of stone stairs. When you see further down, the environment kind of looks like this. You see the first stairs, like this must have been a kind of entrance hallway when it was passed in, the old times when Mythdraenor was, once a great city. So this area is entirely open up. You feel like a how should I put this? You feel like a tiny tiny object within a big, like, ginormous hallway. And the stone craftsmanship is wondrous. You can still see how smooth some of the edges are. Like, there's definitely been damage to it. Like, from what you're standing, there's a huge crack on the ground, as if something or someone must have slammed something inside of it. But beyond that, the floors itself, some unbroken edges. It's really, really smooth. And you kind of leans forward to the edge and kind of sees one of the kind of a stone wall structure from the cracks around here. Let me just reveal the area. From the cracks, you can see glimpse of, well, not sort of a bright light per se, but it's like a vaguish kind of campfire light, maybe. Yeah, so you move forward, and I would say you put your eyes through the hole, and let me reveal more. That's as far as you can see, because of your dark vision. Even though you have a dark vision, it's still kind of a vague sight. But you do heard better. Like, you do heard better. Let me just ask you.
Conversation?
Yeah, you do heard the conversation a little bit better. Do you understand? Let's see. Undercommon?
No.
Okay. So you hear parts of gibberish, and then some parts of a really heavy tone, just kind of growl, and let's see. All right. So you do heard one of the voices keep on saying, "Stroll, can we speak at least the same tongues? This conversation annoys me." And you do heard kind of a growling and roaring voice kind of dies down and turns into a kind of a heavy tone of common. At least you understand. And just like, "All right, let's talk. We're here to talk, aren't we?" And you heard kind of more of a stiffer noise. The one that were saying kind of all bunch of gibberish and foul tones, and just kind of says, "Yes, let's talk. So, do we reach an agreement?" You heard the first voice and just kind of like, as we speak before. We want them out. And I want to see a show of intention. At least a good faith, if you would call it. And the second noise, just kind of like, well. And that's about as much as you heard. Like they kind of goes back into growling and just kind of more pointing fingers as if like you can sense the tone gets intense, and that's about as much as you heard. Yeah.
Okay, I'll double back and tell Ravani that they are unfriendlies. They're not nice people. Do we want to try and get the drop on them, or do we want to see if there's a way?
What did he say? How?
I could only hear two voices. There might be more.
3
Given
voices,
that they were trying
actually.
to three.
Voices.
They were trying to reach an agreement, so there's probably a substantial.
Well, if we were able to sneak up on them, we might be able to take him.
Sentinel, are you okay with this? How are you feeling after that fight?
Yeah, Sentinel just kind of looks around, and he kind of approach your location. Of course, he dims out the light just so that it
And I've come back, so like, endangering the stealth.
Yeah, that's okay. Alright, I would just say that you guys move together closer. But for Sentinel, he will try to make a perception check. Alright. He focused on listening for a little bit. What kind of language does he know? Okay. And he just like kind of says, oh, I don't know. Maybe we should get closer? I kind of heard like 4 different voices. Like, there's 2 of them speaking in Draconic, so I'd kind of understand, and there's one speaking something. The other 2 I speak something I don't fully understand, but I kind of feels like there's more down there.
That's my fear as well. I don't like not knowing how many of them there are, but this is our direction.
Maybe we can, maybe the stairs will help. We can sneak around behind them, see if there's a better path towards it.
Okay. Rennie, you deal with this? Anyone want to give me a boost?
Yeah, alright, let's do it then.
Alright. So, do you wish to what do you wish to do? Tali.
As sneaky as how follow Sentinel's instructions and try and at least get a count of how many there are and where they are.
From where?
Up the stairs and a machine behind or up a pylon.
Alright, so Sentinel kind of points towards the large stairs over there. What you're suggesting, I assume, is to flip over the side of the wall?
Yeah, I just want to get as high as possible.
Okay, so I get it. Hold on, let me just delete this. Alright, so Sentinel kind of shrugs and kind of ready himself to give you, with Ravani's Clockwork Spider's help, to both gives you a boost. Roll me an acrobatics check with advantage because people are giving you boost. All right, you flip like a stealthy rogue you are, and manage to crawl, kind of leap to the top of the wall. The wall is about 15 feet to 20 feet high. So you manage to leap to the top side of it and find the gap you saw it before, and manage to peek through a little bit more. Let's see, what's your distance? Okay, you can see around here. All right, good. Because it'll be interesting if you don't see anything. But you managed to see a little bit better. With the help and with the light that were in front of you, that were from the far side, you saw, well, by the campfire, a large, gigantic kind of creature just sits by the side of a pillar. Through the dim light, you can definitely tell there's a smaller, like a medium-sized creature that's just right beside it. And they seem to be facing the direction of the light, which is at the center of it. And they seem to be, like I said, in a heated conversation with whoever is on the other side. You can roll for a, well, let's see, Arcana, History, or Intelligence check to see if you know what these creatures are. I will say History, actually. History and Intelligence. All right.
Yes.
It's a, the large one is kind of hard for a second, but then you realize it's a gigantic ogre, and by his side it's an orc, which you've seen fairly common wherever you go. But the interesting part is ogres and orcs, it's kind of an odd pair. It's not that uncommon, but it's more like, they go on their separate ways. Ogres have their own tribes. Orcs have their own tribes. It's not every day you would see them pair up together. Yeah.
All right, I'll jump back down and whisper that information, and then I guess see if we can flank around and see any more. Or do we want to try and get the drop from straight up?
Well, from the gap, you think that that's what you pick up. You think that you can get through, and most of your teammates can get through, but the Clockwork Spider will have a kind of a problem. Well, getting through without making any noises.
We stay together. Let's scout around.
All right.
Yeah. I guess we might. Guess we should avoid. Guess we shouldn't. Guess we shouldn't get into too many fights if we can avoid it.
All right. So you managed to go this direction?
Sure, this direction.
All right. So,
and I'll take point in stealth, just making sure.
All right. So that would require a new stealth check, because you did all right. Did pretty well, and you move on forward. Managed to.
I'll actually direct Charlotte to move a little quieter. So I'll roll for her deck. I'll roll for her decks as well.
All right, cool, nice. All right. So you move on forward, and that's pretty good. Sentinel, seeing everyone is doing stealth, he will try to do the same. And he failed. He was like, nope, I'm not stealthy enough. But anyway, he's like clumsy in the back, making all kinds of noises. But you guys managed to shush him and balance it out. It's a team effort. So it's, at least so far, you don't hear the conversation sound gets any lower. So, Tolly, as you move, on point and move further in the front, you do see the bottom of the stairs, like the stairs going downwards, and then in front of you is a kind of a single bridge. It's a like fairly sturdy stone bridge, and from both sides you do see a small kind of like a canal that's underneath the stone bridge. Yeah, so there's water, and the water, it's not like river. It's like ever flowing and moving. This is more like a pile of dead water. Like this might used to be some sort of a canal, from a lake or from the pumping system, like plumbing system from the old city, but now it's just a pile of crack, and that's it. It's like no significant streams are underneath it. You do see waters, but they're just laying there, not moving.
Okay, stagnant water stinks
Yeah.
to high heaven. I'm gonna avoid it. Ugh.
Yeah. So I'm not finished. On the top of the bridge, you do see something. You see, an orc, and kind of another shape. You're guessing that's weird. It's a lizard folk of sort. Sorry, it's not showing. All right. They seems to be, just casually standing there, not side by side, but more like staring at each other, just making sure each other is not doing anything rash. And then there's a so hold on, the area is not revealed enough. All right, with your eyesight you can see there's a third party on the back, and that is something you would know. It's a Durgard, kind of a gray dwarf from the Underdark. They seem to be staring like in a sort of a standoff. Like they obviously are guarding on guard duty, but it seems like they're more focusing on each other rather than anything coming from your direction. Yeah. And
Interesting. I'm gonna
yeah.
slink back up the stairs before I'm spotted.
Okay. With your stealth check, you can definitely do that, and you move on backwards. They don't seem to have noticed you, and they seem to be just silently staring at each other. The orcs are, from your dark vision, you can see him from time to time will do some really foul gestures to the other two. The other two just kind of spit, especially the lizard folk. It just spits onto the ground. It looks like they're, in an intense standoff. All right.
I will tell the others. There's three. They seem more engaged with each other than us. I reckon we could get the drop on them if we'd like to do.
Sounds like something I can get behind. You sure they'd want to fight if we came up to them, though?
I mean, they're guarding the bridge. We can try negotiate, or at least you can, and then I will stay in the shadows and take them down.
Sentinel kind of nods and just like when you say stay in the shadows, just kind of nods.
But if you'd like to try, I see no harm in it. It'll actually probably give me the chance to get behind them.
Well, at the very least, the attention will be focused on me.
Okay.
Are you sure that you want to try that?
Well, you never know. It could work out.
It could, but you're also exposed and vulnerable. I'm not a fan of that, ever.
Well,
Well,
the clockwork spider is with him, so that is something.
not with good old trusty Charlotte here. I sort of say, patting,
Mm-hmm.
sort of like patting Charlotte's head.
Yeah, Charlotte kind of raised two of her front legs and just like king king, just like doing sharpening kind of moves. Yeah, it's like no worries, I got you.
Okay. Then sure thing. I will. I'll follow you, and then get behind.
All right, all right, just stay frosty for now, and I'll trust you to jump into things if things go a little south.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, how would you like to approach Ravani?
Well, while I'm mounted on Charlotte here, I'll urge her sort of forward,
Mm-hmm.
and as I start getting close to them, I'll sort of wave at them to say like hello friends.
They
Are
immediately.
you new to
Oh, sorry. Go on. You finish your sentence.
are you
Yeah. Sorry.
Hello friends? Are you new to these parts?
All right. As you speak.
While Ravani does that, yeah, I'm gonna be just clack 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 along the bridge, try and getting behind them.
All right. Roll me a stealth check because you want to actively dodge their sight. All right. They will need to roll for perception. All right. Nice. Which direction are you heading? Which
along
part?
the top, to that guy
all
behind him, along the side of.
All right. You manage to duck inside the shadow because none of them are raising any fire. Well, there is one torch just right around here. It's pretty far away though. Right around behind the door guard. So the light. I'm just gonna put on a dot right here. A shape. Yeah, right here. There's a torch. So it kind of gives out like a really dim light, but it's not bright enough to see all of you. So yeah, you manage to walk alongside the edge and manage to stay stealthy. So, Ravani, when you speak to those three, they immediately raise their weapons, but surprisingly not towards you, but towards each other, and the orc kind of just shouts, just kind of yells at each other, just like, is that your person? Like, kind of like, immediately pointing fingers at each other. The orc just kind of says, "You Longtons, should never trusted you." The lizard folk just kind of like, "I thought it was you. You shouldn't bring outsiders to our meetings." And the door guy just kind of like, "I don't trust any of you. But wait,
I
all right. You were saying?
as I sort of wait. Do I actually understand them right now, or
They're speaking in common because the orc is
okay,
yelling in common. Yes.
Yeah, I sort of here's a nice. I just sort of reply like nope, I'm nobody else's person. I happen to be I'm exploring this city same as you, but you seem to be. But it sounds like you people are having a bit of a disagreement. Is there anything I can help out with?
And they both like when you were saying you're just wandering down the city and just like them. The orcs and Duergar just kind of laughs, like kind of. The orcs laugh a little bit louder, but the Duergar just kind of gives you a creepy smile. But they kind of points their arm towards you and just like, move backwards. The orc just says, move backwards, and you will be left alone.
Oh, but I'm ever so.
The chieftain are having a conversation. Conversation? Convention? Whatever. They are talking. And you shouldn't get any closer.
Oh, chieftains, you say? So you free our chieftains of
we are their guards. And the lizard folk just kind of like, yes, we are their royal guardsmen. Yeah. All right, that's all they said.
Oh.
They seem really proud though. Like when you said, you're their guards. Yeah, so they seem really proud of themselves. Yeah.
Oh, and what, pray tell, are these chieftain meeting about by any chance?
Roll me a perception check first, Ravani.
All right.
All right. Or insight, actually.
Oh,
it's
insight.
Okay. It's okay. Perception, it's fine. Yeah, both of them are awesome, and you kind of notice that they kind of gives you, like, all three of them. Lizard folk may be a little bit hard to figure out, but with your perception and insight, you manage to see that they seem to be really surprised when you ask about this. Like, how could you not know? Kind of surprised. And the Duergar just kind of says, okay, looks like we got a new wanderer in this parts. So, let me be clear. There's been a power shift. Something horrible is inside castle. The castle.
So I've been told myself, actually.
And we're not happy. You see, we get kicked out from where we lived for I don't know how long, but for a very long time. It's hard to tell time in this dark places. But anyway, we lived here for so long, and they just came in and destroy where we live and kind of took our places. So, naturally, we want it back. That's why the chieftains are talking. They're making plans to take it back.
I see.
The lizard folk, for a second, when you just trying to find, a proper response, the lizard folk kind of looks closer at you for a second, and yeah, he kind of just says, so adventurous. They could be useful. And the Duergar, the orc just looks at lizard folk. It's just like, what are you saying, Long Ton? Lizard folk just kind of looks closer at Ravani and just like, we can have them to help us. And he turns at you, Ravani, and just like, you can call your friends now. We heard his footsteps from far, far away.
Uh, what footsteps?
Ho and melt out of the shadows and go, yeah, but you didn't hear mine.
The orc just kind of like, you, and point his like spear towards you, but you see him fairly surprised and like,
yeah.
yeah. They both are kind of shocked, and all of them just like, don't try anything funny. It will do you harm. Yeah.
Well, no offense, friend, but I could say this. I could suggest the same thing for you. I sort of say, sort of like knowingly patting my patting Charlotte's head.
Yeah. They kind of looks at Charlotte and just gives you a glance, and they were like, all right, fair enough. Let's go talk. I'll call the chieftain. And the lizard folk just kind of like slithered away, and the other two are standing guard on the bridge. They still don't fully trust you, and they're still looking like directly towards you and making sure you don't try anything funny. After about, you would suggest about 10 minutes or so. It's been a long wait, and the lizard folk finally came back and just like, the chieftains wants to see you, all of you, and follow me. Yeah. And you guys all, they kind of watch you go past them. The orc just kind of very vigilantly watches your the clockwork spider. However, the Duergar is kind of it's a mixture of vigilant and also kind of intrigue when he sees the clockwork spider. Yeah. So you follow the lizard folk through a long and not so kind of friendly environment, through the hall, all the way downwards, and finally you guys reach towards the campsite. Sorry, I will move you here, Tolly. All right, move on downwards. All right, like I said before, the campsite there are a few pillars where you saw the ogre was sitting, leaning against one of them, but there are a few more kind of pillars like laying around the area, and you could see like some kind of broken shapes, and the edge of the wall, it seems to be crushed by some kind of huge boulder. That's why it's like, the part of the walls, it's like kind of cracks and collapse into a slide. But these parts seem to be kind of intact, at least from a mechanical standpoint. The pillars are like still standing, and the ground, though cracked, it's not entirely broken, so that's a good sign. And from where you guys entered, you see now see better. Hold on. You see the chieftain of the lizard folks. You see Duergards, and you see other two creatures you don't fully familiar with. One with the red skin, after a second you kind of realize it's actually a hobgoblin. It's kind of a like weird sight, because this area is composed of many different races of creatures that are not really friendly to humans or other species, but they managed to sat down in one place, and no one is tearing each other's apart, so it must have been something really important for them. Yep. So the lizard folk kind of sits down, and no one talks for about a moment. All the chieftains, they seem to be cautiously inspecting of you. And do you wish to talk first, or do you wish to wait awkwardly in silence?
Tali's going to be silent and as menacing as she can be.
All right. Roll for intimidation. No, just kidding.
Jesus, that's going to be bad.
No, just kidding. It's okay. So, since you guys are not talking,
okay. I sort of clear my throat, sort of awkwardly say like, so this is a pretty lively looking group you've got here, eh?
The orc chieftain just kind of looks at you and just like, so we're heard. You're down here to solve our little problems. Is that correct?
Well,
good.
Well,
I would take that as a yes. So,
that depends on what you're willing to offer us, Mr. Orc.
well, first of all, how about we spared your life? That's a good start. The other chieftains kind of nodded in agreement, like as if it's like a kind of a great gesture that they kind of spared you from not killing you on sight. And the orc just kind of continues and says, so, first thing we would need from you is to kill the fucking mind flayer down this floor.
Mind flayer,
The
you
first
say?
thing we need from you is backup. We're not going to be cannon fodder.
Yeah, what she said.
Cannon fodder? What is that? The other two, just like the Duergar, just kind of slam his like kind of face palm for a second, like how ignorant can you be? And the Duergar is just like, well, we would like to hear alternatives if you have something to offer. If not, well, you are outnumbered. And you see the Duergar kind of gives a kind of a flick, and there are about a dozen more Duergar just kind of appears in the back for a second, and they're all armed heavily. And then another second passes, they just disappeared into the shadows. And same goes on with the orc as well as the lizards, the lizard folks. And they're like, we got an army here. The orc just kind of says,
Well, good. Then you won't mind sparing a platoon or two to help us with the mind flare so that all of us make it up to the castle. Because whatever's up there is going to need all of us to make it there alive.
no, we won't. The orc just continues saying, we were just discussing this. As a show of good faith, someone will have to take care of the mind flayers.
As a show of good faith, we could walk right now.
You think you
You
can
don't-
walk out of here that easy?
Yes.
You two stare at each other, and eventually, the lizard folk chieftain kind of like puts his hand out and manages to you see he's wearing kind of like a cloth and with like tattoos all over his bodies, with bone necklace on around his neck. He looks like a lizardfolk shaman, and he kind of raised his hand, just like, stop, both of you. Now, I will stop the tongue because it's kind of annoying. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I know. Sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right.
But the lizardfolk chieftain just kind of goes on and says, "You see, we here, we could offer you something. From what I heard from my guardsmen, you're down here wandering, I assume, or looking for treasures. Am I correct?"
Well, as a matter of fact, we were planning on visiting the castle anyways. So
You guys are visiting the castle? Huh. Okay.
well,
Now, you see, in order to visit the castle, one needs to obtain the key to enter it. So, I assume you guys have the key?
Was this the thing we needed to stop by the junction for, or was this?
It was the thing you were suggested to go inside the House of Gem to further investigate. You are not certain. You never heard of a story of going inside of a castle requires a key, but all the intels you could gather all point you towards the House of Gem. So maybe the key is inside. Maybe you don't know.
So I'll respond to them. We know where it is. We're on our way.
All right. The lizard folk just kind of like, oh, pray tell.
Not yet.
Okay.
Don't trust you enough.
All right. I guess we can all share something as a start. I could start from me that the key to enter the castle, it's in fact inside a place called House of Gem.
Good. That's the same information that we had.
But do you know, in order to get into House of Gem, what do you need to do?
Too much. Too many traps. Well, we have this map. The director's here.
Now, from what you gather from Notto, the halfling, merchant you encountered before, he just points out that going into House of Gems requires something. Like, there are one House of Gems in every floor, in every parts of the underground dungeon. However, every floor of the dungeon, like the House of Gem, it's kind of a different. From what you can tell, to enter it, at least from the ground floor, it's going through a path that leads inside a kind of icy frozen place. The House of Gem itself on the ground floor is actually currently frozen in places, and that's why he can't really go inside himself, because he can't figure out how to let it move or activate it. So but he does say that after that, especially from Bearland and Fayreal, they were inside the dungeon before, and they could tell you that before they left, all the House of Gem is able to be activated. They even provide you with certain rituals on how to let him move. But they didn't know about the frozen, status currently. So, yeah.
We'll tell them that we know how to get there and that there's a way in. We just need to solve a problem before we.
Yes. So the lizard folk just kind of like looks at you and just says, So you don't know. You don't know how to get past the frozen status. Interesting. Well, how about this? I would tell you after you help us deal with the mind flayer.
I look to the others. This is a somewhat acceptable deal.
Yeah. And there's one thing better. The mind flayer itself is badly injured. We know that because we watched him flee from the castle. He was hunted by a bunch of from this part, you can tell that his facial expression turning from, calmly talking to a slight fear in his eyes. And then he just the mind flayer was chased out by a bunch of stitched monsters. It's a abomination. We can't repeat ourselves. But yes, the mind flayer is badly injured, and he is down this path towards the other part.
If he's badly injured and was just as hurt by the people in the castle that you were, why not ally with him?
The door guard jumps out and just says, because we were once their slaves. The orcs kind of... You can see that even the orcs right now, he was the loudest before. They were kind of like... maybe fear and anger at the same time. Like when Duragar kind of reveals how the mind flayers used to, enslave them. The Duragar continues and says, so, their tricks, and the Duragar just kind of points at his own temple, still affects us. We can't tell how many times we tried, but we can't physically try to harm him. Try to harm it.
Can I roll insight to make sure he's not lying?
Go ahead. Alright. With the insight check, you think he's not lying. There are actually genuine fear in every one of them. Like
Okay,
when they
Tali's
talk
gonna
about
soften
mindflaying.
a bit and just... okay, I'm sorry. Of course.
It's okay. Once you deal with it, we believe it's the last of its kind. Others not so lucky. They kind of smiles in a kind of vicious way, and the Dora continues and just like, so do we have a deal?
I suppose we do. I sort of say, looking at the others.
Tali will nod.
Alright. Now we can have one of our people lead you guys towards it. But that's as far as our guardsman leads you. The rest is up to you. And when we're done, you can come back and ask. The lizard folk chieftain just kind of like says, ask me. You can come back and ask me. will be here, waiting. And Durgar kind of adds one thing. It's like, if you go down there, beware of the drows. They have been running free ever since the Mind Flayer got wiped out. And they're not as friendly as us. Yeah.
Duly noted. I think the drow will need to beware of us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So they kind of shrug, and just kind of the lizard folk. I would say, they kind of calls back their guards and have each one of them kind of leads you. Actually, the Durgar chieftain will send out his guard to lead you, and you guys can follow him. Alright. So, they kind of just continue sits there, talking about which part should belong to, just kind of cutting out territories, like mobs or mafias, just kind of sharing which part should be whose territory, and that's about it. Yep. Alright. The door guard, taking front and, after the conversation, kind of like just nods towards all of you, not saying much, but just kind of tries to lead the way forward. And you manage to kind of opens up, and this part will be difficult. And let's see if I can switch to a different map. All right. It kind of leads you guys down towards where once a canal was, and now it's just dry waters. Well, no, it's just puddles of waters, and leads you guys downwards towards an opening. Hold on. This part. Alright, you guys are here. Let me just opens it up wider. Alright. Reveal areas. Alright. That's the part. I'm gonna. Can you guys see? Do you guys see it?
Hang on a sec. Yes, I see it.
Alright, cool. So you guys kind of landed somewhere near kind of a mossy area of the outer field. This part of the floor is like kind of made out of stones and structures. And with the waters coming, with the dry waters, the grass and the moss seems to be holding on to dear life and managed to stay at least, thriving, to say the least. Yeah. The Durgar just kind of points towards the front. It takes you guys about a 30 minutes walk from the all the way down the dried canal towards here. So it's been quite a walk, but not as far as you would imagine. And the door guard leading front just kind of points towards a general direction of this area and just says, well, the rest is up to you. Kill it, and then you'll get what you want. Alright, you will just move backwards, and he will actually stay here just from afar watching. Yeah.
I'll wave before stealthing.
Alright, you go into stealth. Alright.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Stealth. Oh no. Alright, So Tully goes into shadow form, but not so shadowy as she imagined. Rainy, riding on the spider. It's definitely because of the moss on the floor. It makes it really slithery and slippery, make it hard to walk on without causing too much noise. And I would say Sentinel, give it a try. Nope. Yeah, you guys fumbled your way towards the structure, and the Duragar kind of just like, it's your funeral. But anyway, you guys walk on forward and see a better view of this structure. It looks like a cathedral of sort, with tall windows on the top, which you guys are approaching from. It must be in the past, it must be a really beautiful sight, but right now it's just, ruins and broken windows and a glimpse of what used to be great. So yeah. By the way, when you guys approach this area, the walls seems to be intact, and this part seems to be just the left or right side of cathedral. It's like not the main entrance. Yeah. All right. So, do you wish to move on? Which direction?
Towards the cathedral entrance, I guess.
Okay. I will review this part to make you see better. This part seems to be like a side of a shrine before, but right now it's just broken in places and nothing really to see around here. And for you guys, you move on towards this part, and with the front, you can see as you move closer towards the side, there is kind of broken branches, and especially like a tree kind of falls, and the vines just grows wildly on the side, and it kind of breaks down the opening of maybe. So yeah, you would assume that this part probably isn't the correct entrance, what they designed for. Maybe this part used to be a wall as well, but now it's just broken by vines and trees, and just opens up. So what would you like to do?
Can I try to open the entrance or in any
Well,
way?
it's already wide open. The vines are just under the ground. It's just it kind of looks like wildlife invasion, and just tears down the walls and the stone structure. In fact, if you're interested, you can roll for an Arcana check to see what the hell actually happened. Because
can I use the vine?
Yeah.
I'll let you finish.
Okay, sorry. Because it doesn't look natural. Alright. For Ravani, this might have been the spell cast by Druid. You're not too familiar with Druid spells, but probably some kind of planet, kind of higher level spells that cause this. No. Alright.
Can I use the vines to get up high, like in the rafters?
Sure. In the vines itself, right here, it kind of forms a ramp. Like a slide, but it goes upward, and kind of tears down the outer walls and goes inside. So yeah, you can definitely walk. If you want to, you can even walk on top of it.
Yeah, I will be a cat. I will get as high as I can.
All right. Puns intended. All right. let's see. You walk on to the vines and manage to go upwards. And like, do you take a peek inside, or do you just, leap inside of it?
I'm gonna look and see if there's anything deadly in there before I go.
All right. You look inside. You look better. This part of the structure seems to be glowing and light, like as part of the vines itself seems to be in kind of an underground planetary, underground plant type, and it kind of gives out like gentle lightings throughout the area, so you can see further. This cathedral seems to be, really huge one, and sadly, the shrines and the part seems to be where you're standing and destroyed entirely by the vines, so you can't tell who's which god it worships here. But you do see a lot of broken, benches, like what you see inside churches and cathedrals, still remains intact. From what you can see, there is one horrifying sight when you look. As you can see the picture right here.
Oof.
Yes, a kind of a wary, tear down mind flayer is kind of sitting on one of the bench, and it is holding a drow dear to him, and from the looks of it, it's sucking out its brain. And it's enjoying its meal. So yeah. Its eyes, apparently, it's like not really functioning, or well, maybe it's because the mind flayer rays just looks like that way. You can't tell. It's really far away. Yeah.
I'm gonna tick across the rafters and then drop in.
All right.
Preferably right on top of him.
And I direct Charlotte to sort of start climbing the vines or to get into the building.
All right. So, Tolly, if I'm getting this right, you want to drop in immediately? All right, cool.
I want to go along as far as I can so that I'm like essentially above the mind flayer. Make sure that Ravanian Sentinel can get in within a round.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm dropping.
I would say the vines doesn't go that high up in the air. Especially, imagine this. This is a ramp. You are going on to the top side, so you are about high above ground, about 10 to 15 feet above ground, and then the ramp just goes into a slide. So this
but what about how much of the ceiling is left intact, like the support work of the ceiling? I want to be on essentially a ceiling beam and walk across up like a catwalk up high.
Okay, let's see. The ceiling, it's actually 25 feet above ground. So it will be tricky because there's nothing to, hold on to, go that high. Maybe, do you have anything inside your adventures kit or, backpack to, help you?
I mean, I've got rope and that's about it.
Okay. If you want to, you can try to fashion a grappling hook. If you have that kind of materials, you can try to fashion one of it and just, swing from here towards the
cool.
mind flayer.
But there are so many points of failure. Is there an opening behind the mind flayer? If I could run around outside it, can I see?
There is
a way in.
Hold on, I'm just gonna put on a token right here. Enough of the horrifying picture. I'm just gonna show you the token, so you won't get mistaken. So the mind flayer kind of sits around here, around this part. Can you see? It's really far away from you. It's like about 60 feet away from you. And but luckily, he actually sits on a bench that's close enough towards the coloring glass that's, used to be the church's, finest structure. So if you want to, I would say that you can go from the outside, throw something, or just try to leap inside through the the colored glass and just on top of him. Let's see. Yeah, actually, if you go to here and leap onto this part of the wall, it's partially intact. It's about 15 feet above ground, so you would need some help to get on top of it, and you can just jump that will require athletics check to jump across a 35 feet distance, and then just smash yourself inside the colored glass and land it right next to him. If you make
Provided I can swap the athletics with an acrobatics, I'm so down.
Yeah, sadly, it's a requirement of strength. That's it's about a boost. How far can you leap? So, yeah, it will be an athletics check. Yeah.
I'll just stay low and smash my way through with my sword.
Okay.
My athletics is shite, man. It's -1. It's not gonna work.
You don't know. Maybe if you both hop onto the clockwork spider and leap, maybe. You don't know. Like, what do you want to do? Like, I'm offering choices here. You can try to do it.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
I just want to not completely and utterly.
Yeah. I would say I would say this. Sorry, I would say this. If all of you decide to do this, the clockwork spider will have advantage from Sentinel, that you will give him a boost from underneath.
Ravani, any better ideas?
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Your idea sounds pretty straight to the point, actually, and I'll sort of hold out a hand to offer him to get on board.
All right. So you decide to do this? Nice. All right. So all three of you quietly move on to the side. All this turn, the mind flayer seems to be enjoying, devouring its meal. So it's not paying too much attention around him. So let me check. Nope. He doesn't sense you guys at all, or at least you think. Yeah. So you move on to the side and manage to prepare yourself for a leap. All right. Sentinel will be on the side of the wall, giving the clockwork spider a gigantic boost. So, Ravani, roll me an athletic check from the clockwork spider. Or you can roll for yourself if you want to.
Alright, here we go.
Advantage? Thank God.
Thank God for the advantage.
Yeah, so
Yes.
let's see. Sorry, hold on. I need to check the clockwork spider status just for sure. All right. Oh, good. That's good. Nice. All right. I'm going to roll something. All right, good. So, the clockwork spider, as heroic as you would imagine, leap for a good 30 feet distance, slammed into the glass, the colored glass, and just landed right beside the mind flayer. The mind flayer was enjoying its meal until he heard a loud cracking sound and looks to the side, kind of like, what? You guys have a surprise round. Go nuts.
Bonsai!
Bonsai! Yeah. Go nuts.
Okay.
I'll circle around to flank for Ravani and the spider so they get advantage.
I will need you to roll me an acrobatics check. if you want to go into a flanking position, and you certainly did that. Acrobatics. Thank God for expertise.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. So, Tolly, I would say you leaped in midair from the clockwork spider and just jump a good distance of 20 feet. Landed right beside the mind flayer. You don't take damage because of your
Thank you.
acrobatics. And you're in a flanking position. Go for it.
If Ravani doesn't want to attack first, I will.
It's a surprise round. You guys can figure out who goes first, but no. All right. Nice. Ooh. Okay. So, let's see. Mind Flayer. Just give me a sec. Sorry. I need to pull out my manual. Do. All right. That's a hit for the first attack. That's a hit. Second attack is also a hit. So you manage. The clockwork spider sinks its front claws, legs, inside the mind flayer's shoulders, and manage to tear one part of its flesh out. The mind flayer, it's surprisingly stubborn, clinging on to its food, but still really pissed when you deal damage. That's good. All right. So do you wish to go first? Okay.
And as that's going on, I'm going to throw a firebolt cantrip right in his face.
All right. All right, that's a hit. That's definitely a hit. All right, let's see.
And that's 13 fire
13
damage.
fire damage. Not bad. Let's see. 13 fire damage. Nice. Okay. Alright. So, it takes the amount of fire damage. It's just charred part of its shoulder. And, alright, that's cool. Oh, okay.
Haha.
Haha. Nice. That's a hit.
Really? Oh my.
Oh, sorry. No. 13. I was like scrolling upwards, so I saw different numbers. Sorry, that's a miss. Yeah. With
That
us.
one better.
Yeah. Bonus action. Let's see. Let's see. Well, that's barely a hit. So yeah. Nice.
Hey.
With that, you clipped one side of its shoulder, and you do see that even though he seems, really battered and defeated from the drift away from the castle, but underneath his cloth is actually a plate armor. Yes, so that's barely a hit. But you do manage to scrape his upper right arm and dealing 28 points of damage, which is awesome. All right.
Thank you. It's the one thing I do. Alright,
Nice.
I'm done.
All right. So you guys are all done. I would like you all to roll for initiative. Sentinel, however, sadly, because he gives you guys a boost, he doesn't get a turn. He didn't get inside, so he doesn't get a turn. And the cathedral is pretty far away. Let's see. 35. Yeah, he can manage to climb using all his action. He can move forward and try to climb upwards. I'm gonna roll for his strength check to see if he managed to do it. 10. Well, he did his best. He's in his halfway of the wall. Alright, he clings onto the wall. That's it. Everyone roll for initiative. And I will have the Mind Flayer roll for initiative as well. Initiative time. Nice. Ooh, nice.
Good rolls coming in.
Good rolls coming in. Since it's battle, we would need a proper battle music. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh no, sorry, wrong one.
That's not quite. There we go.
Do. Mind. Alright. Nice. Oh. I still don't see your rolls, Rennie. Did you roll for it?
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Alright, cool. Don't worry. Take your time. So,
There we go.
oh, nice.
11.
Nice. 9 plus. Okay. That's good. He's right behind you all. Nice. Alright. That's awesome. Tully, you're up.
Okay, more stabbing.
Alright, go for it. Nice. That's a hit. Nice. Alright. The blade sinks in deeper inside its arm, making more damage. 20, 34. Nice.
Okay, then I'm gonna disengage and drop back a bit.
Alright, cool. You disengage into the shadows and drop back a bit. Alright. So, that will be the end of your turn. Rivani, you're up.
Alright. Yeah, I'm going to have Charlotte go after him, and she will be opening up with a venomous bite
Alright.
and a leg attack.
That's a hit. Venomous bite is a really good hit. Leg attack as well, so 16, 31. Nice. Alright, cool. Nice. That's a hit. That's definitely a hit. Both of the attack hits, and he will make a Constitution save, and he makes it. So he takes half the damage.
And is not poisoned.
Yeah,
right.
and is not poisoned. 3. Alright. Alright, cool.
Alright. Let's see then. I myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend a first level spell slot to create a chromag orb to fire at him.
Nice. Roll for it. Roll for the attack.
Yeah.
That's a hit. Roll for damage. Nice. All right.
And this time around, I basically threw this sort of clear windy orb at him that explodes for thunder damage.
Nice. A loud thunderous smite blasts out of his face. Actually severed one of its tentacles and part of its victim's face. So yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice. All right. that will be the end of your turn, I believe.
That is my turn. Yes.
All right, cool. So that will be the end. Since that will be the end of your turn.
Actually,
Okay.
I'll move sort of behind Charlotte.
Okay. Cool.
And then I'll end my turn.
All right, cool. That will be the end of your turn. Sentinel will try again to move on up. All right, cool. He managed to pull himself, find a good point, to leverage himself over the wall and landed right next to the side. And he will move on forward to kind of, let's see, flanking position. Yeah, he will move on forward into a flanking position with Charlotte. But that's about it because he used. Oh, sorry, it's a save, not a strength check. Nope, he's still stuck on the wall. Fuck. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I rolled a strength save, not a strength check. He's still stuck on the wall. The one crack he thought it was leverage, it's not. Yeah, so he barely moves up 8 feet up outside the wall, but that's it. All right, the Mind Flayer's turn. Mind Flayer, looking around, is like, you all heard, instead of voice from your ears, you all heard a voice from your head saying, Why? Why do you have to pursue me? After all I've lost, that's enough. All right. So, let's see. All right. All of you, everyone, makes a intelligence save. I would like all of you to make it. Ooh, nice. That's a really high roll. That's amazing. You'll be thankful that you did it. And
Yeah. Oh yeah.
19.
That's also a save. You all take let's see. Okay. You all take 11 points of damage and you're now stunned. Yep. That would be his action. And
Wait, I take that too?
yeah, you all take 11 points of damage. Imagine if you didn't make the save.
Yeah. Does half of that still?
No, it's a psychic damage. So
Okay.
Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I need to check on to the. Where is the clockwork spider? Huh? I don't see it. Okay, Charlotte. Right here. Okay. All right. So I would say this. The psychic damage is a little bit different. It's from within your mind, so the damage doesn't transfer through towards the spider. Sorry. I will put that down on side notes because it's kind of weird. You would transfer, mental damage towards your spider.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah. I will put it down. No psychic damage, though. No. All right. Cool. So, you all take 11 points of damage, and that will be his action. He will use his, let's see, bonus action? What can he do? Interesting. Alright, he will use his legendary action to do another thing. Let's see. Okay, cool. He will use his legendary action to cast telekinesis. And let's see. Telekinesis. So Object. Riveni, make me a strength check. Sorry, actually, Tolly, make me a strength check.
Just a strength check, not a save?
Yes, strength check. Pure check. Alright. That would be a fail. With that, you feel yourself for a moment. You thought you were dreaming, but then you feel yourself actually levitate from the ground, and moving up higher and higher and higher. And then you are hurled through towards the back of the wall. Let's see. No, actually, you are hurled through the window, just like that. You feel yourself being grappled by an invisible force and just tossed through the window. Let's see, including upwards. Okay, and you are restrained for now, but because you're hurled outside of the window. Let's see. 10 feet. Okay. Because you are restrained and you failed the strength check, you landed on the ground without, grace or anything. You take 15 points of fall damage and landed onto the ground.
So I was just gonna
yeah, you're outside of the
winded.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, that will be his legendary action, and that will be pretty much it. Yeah, so hold on. Right. Okay, cool. Tolly, you're up. You are now prone and outwinded, and you're outside of the church wall. On the ground. Yep.
I'm a roll over and kind of clamber towards the window, climb back in,
Yeah.
get
All
back
right.
in melee, and I will bonus action dash because I've lost half my.
Tally, are you okay?
Just the thumbs up, yeah.
Can't really respond. All right. You climb up on the wall with another strength check, please.
I mean, can I come in the hole I went out?
Yeah, but the hall you came, you were tossed out, was 20 feet above the ground. So you need to at least climb up to that same distance.
Ooh, I was about to suggest a handspring, but no, 20 feet is a hell of a jump.
Yep.
Alright, athletics?
Athletics or strength check? Alright. You managed to crawl 10 feet. That's about as much as you can crawl up. Yep. But if you use your bonus action to try to dash, I would say you can try to make another athletics check with disadvantage though, because it's not meant to do that. So
I'll do it. This will be.
Whoops. You crawl for another 5 feet, but then slide back.
Uh-oh.
Yep. No, you didn't slide all the way to the ground. You slide back to where you were at when you managed to crawl 10 feet up.
Yeah, no, I use my blade like a pick and try and hang into the wall
Yes. Yep. That's it. That will be the end of your turn. Ravani, you're up.
Alright. Alright. First things first. Charlotte's going to slice and dice him.
Alright, cool. Slice and dice. Alright. 18, it's a hit. 20 is also a hit. Nice rolls. Nice. So you slam, Charlotte slam both of its legs right on top of its shoulder, dealing more damage and opens up a gashing wound. The Mind Flayer seems to be in pain. You notice that there are already a few marks all over his body that wasn't left by you or Tolly. So he's already pretty beaten up. But yeah, you just add salt to the injury. Nice. All right.
And I myself am going to be smacking him in the face with another basic firebolt.
Nice. Go for it. That will be a miss. When you hurl the fireball right towards him, he finally gave up. Or did he? He kind of relinquished his victim, the poor drow that was in his hand. And like when they severed, the fireball misses through the tentacles. But with the fireball's light, you can see that inside its mouth is a brain. It's a flesh, still vibrating brain that he kind of just sucks into his mouth.
Oh, I sort of recoil a bit when I see that. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, jeez.
Is that all? Do you wish to do?
Gonna back up a little bit more.
All right, cool. Smart choice.
Yeah.
All right. That will be the end of your turn?
Yep, that is the end of my turn.
All right, cool. Now, the spider is also the end of its turn. So, it'll be Sentinel's turn. Sentinel will try to do his best. Let's see if he can manage to climb that fucking wall. Let's see. Nope. Not only did he not climb up, he kind of slides back down a little bit more. He's now around 5 feet against the wall. Yep. Fucking hell. Alright. That will be his turn. The Mind Flayer will be his turn now. Alright. Interesting. Alright. The Mind Flayer, since you're the only target, well, not exactly. Actually, I'm gonna roll for something. Okay. Good. So, looking at you, as well as your puppets, the Mind Flayer immediately put 2 and 2 together. He will move to a certain distance, not leaving the Charlotte's grasp, but also keeping you in range. He will cast lightning bolt towards 2 of you. Let's see, lightning bolt. Yep. I would like you and Charlotte to make a dexterity save.
Okay. Let's see.
Nice.
19.
That's a save. Nice. Ravani, yourself.
And yep. Oof. Oh dear.
Oh dear, that's gonna be rough. All right. So. 96. Okay. Let's see. I'll just roll. Shit. Yeah, that's a bit rough. Okay. The lightning bolt strikes through all of you. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So Charlotte takes 25 points of damage, because he made the save, which is good. Okay.
Okie dokie.
You take 50 points of damage, but because it's thunder damage, you can transfer that half towards Charlotte. So you take only 25.
Oh, what? 50, you said?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, he cast it at a higher level. So, yeah.
Yeah, I actually need to split in order to stay alive, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you take 25, and Charlotte takes extra 25 points of damage. Yep. Because
Yeah,
the damage chance-
Tally just sort of hears me sort of cry out in pain as
Yeah.
as I get electrocuted.
Yeah. Tolly, your position, you can see bright lights coming out from, the glass, the colored glass, and bright blue lights, and you heard the pain in your friends. All right, Mind Flayer, that will be his action. Okay, all right. Sorry, not legendary action. Okay, but anyway. All right. That will be the end of the Mind Flayer's turn. You do see that Ravani. You do see that when he ate that brain before, it kind of gives him sort of like a pump to his system. Like part of its wound that's sealed up, like it's like some kind of a potion to him. Yeah. So, all right, that'll be the end of the Mind Flayer's turn. Tali, you're up. You heard the loud noise. You heard your friend screaming in pain. What would you like to do?
It's gonna kickstart my memory, and I'm gonna go idiot, click my boots.
Okay,
and fly
so
up and
yeah,
over. Yeah.
finally, I have totally forgot my boot of flying wings. All right, so
actually, I'm gonna go over to Sentinel, and I want to hoist him over the wall with me.
all right. Hold on, let me check something because I can't remember the rules out of my brains. Let's see. Totally. Boots. Boots of flying?
I'd assumed it would work like movement speed and just halve it if I wanted to get him over.
Yeah. Let's see. I believe so. You know what? I will say, because I can't find it in 3 seconds, I will say it definitely does so. You activate your boots with half of your movement, so yeah. And you move forward towards Sentinel. Using your action, you want to carry him with you and fly over the wall, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. You do that. I would say, in that case, make me a strength check. You specifically, because you want to carry him.
Can I ask him to like hang on?
Yeah, sure.
Just in case I drop him.
You can certainly do that. You can start a trial flight. Yeah,
I'm like,
your arm slipped and you tried really hard, but he's so fucking heavy. Yeah. You're like, what did you eat? Oh no, you're a warforged. You don't eat stuff.
Just pure stone. Like,
Yeah. So he slithered out of your, he slipped out of your grasp, but he managed to hold on to the wall because he listened to your advice. You still have your bonus action. What would you like to do?
okay. How far into the room have I got?
You kind of hovered in the air. You didn't actually fly because you were trying to, get Sentinel. So you are at the distance of the wall, about 10 feet up from the ground to the air. You still have 10 feet more in order to get back from the hole you were hurled out and inside. So you can still fly
I will
up
just get
10
as
feet.
close to inside as possible.
All
Yeah.
right. So with your dash, you can do 35 feet of movement. So I would say you fly up 10 feet and do a 25 feet dash, and you just landed right beside him. You can select here or here. Go here.
Right, like land on the pew. Like.
Oh, okay. You just move your own character. It's fine. Ding ding ding. You can just move your token. Yeah.
I know, it's fighting me for a second. I will get there. Please continue.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. So that will be Tolly's turn. Ravani, you're up. You were hurt, badly injured, and what would you like to do?
Oh boy.
Getting some revenge seems like a nice
Let's
idea.
see. Let's see. Right. Okay. Okay. I have something. All right. Point per level. I'm going to spend sorcery points and cast haste as a twin spell.
Nice. So you cast
That's
haste on yourself and someone else?
So twin spell. I can cast a single target non-self spell.
Okay. So you cast it on Tolly or the spider?
On one sorcery point per level.
Mhm.
So that's free.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So since it's twinned, I will cast haste on both Tally and Charlotte.
Okay, cool. All right. Remember to mark off the sorcery point on your end. So
Yeah.
both you, Tolly, as well as the spider gets a boot because you're haste. You're hasted. Nice. All right. Nice. I forgot, by the way, because you cast chromatic orbs as well as the haste. So roll me 2d20, just separately. All right. First one, nothing really happens. Nothing really happens. It's all right. All right, cool.
And am I able to duck behind one of the pews for cover?
Sure, you can totally do that.
Yeah, cause I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Cause I'm.
The benches are not that. Sorry, the pews are not that high, but you can certainly work as a cover. If you duck low enough, it can work as a full cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna duck.
All right, cool. Sentinel.
And
All right, sorry.
Charlotte still needs to go.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Works your magic.
So since she's hasted now, I guess that's free attacks from her then?
Yes. 3 attacks. 1 from haste. Yeah. Actually, 4 attacks. Because haste grants you an action, and Charlotte has 2 attacks per action. So 1 more.
Is that how that works for multi-attack?
I believe so. Haste grants you an action. Whatever
Right.
you do with an action, it's like, yeah. So if you have extra attack, you can do 2 attacks in single action. That counts as an attack action economy. So yeah, roll for another one.
Alrighty then.
All right, cool. So the final 2 haste ones landed. Nice, dealing significant amount of damage. Way to go, Charlotte. She's the real champion right here. All right. Is that all? That will be the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's gonna be it for me.
All right, cool. Sentinel, he's up. He's not contributing too much, so he will try really hard to. Yes, finally. He finally pulled himself up another 10 feet and just landed inside the cathedral. It's like, shit, I've missed all the fun. And he will rush forward. Let's see how. Yeah, because he used his action. That's 10 feet. I would say he managed to go from here to besides Tolly. That's about as far as he can go. Yep. All right. Mind Flayer. Now it'll be his turn. Okay, he used up all his spells. All right. Actually, let me see if he's smart enough to think of that. All right. By the end of Sentinel's turn, Mind Flayer will use his legendary action to. Let's see. Okay. legendary action. Alright, and did he recover all that? Nope. So he will try this. Alright. Interesting. Alright. There's all of you. All of you. Alright. He will move towards here. Okay. Let's see. Can he get all of you? Alright. Yeah, he will use his legendary action to disengage. Ding, 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 ding. He will move far from here. That will be the end of his legendary action, and now it's his turn. He will move.
Did I get an attack of opportunity from that, or did that let him?
He used legendary action to do disengage, so
okay.
He managed to duck out of the way. All right. From his gesture, you assume that he learned a few tricks when he's running for his life. So yeah. Let's see. All right. Looking at all four of you, he will try one thing in particular. You see, from his palm burns a single point of kind of a orange ball of flame.
Oh no.
Yep. And then he looks at all four of you. He gently released the ball of flame. And it kind of
uncanny dodge.
Yep. It kind of flies in a certain distance, landed right beside the spider, and everyone makes a dexterity save. I know you use uncanny dodge, so you take no damage, I believe.
Half if I don't save, none if I do.
Go for it. Everyone, dexterity save. You, Sentinel, will make one as well. Nice, Sentinel. Way to go. All right. Cool. Tolly made it. Nice. Nice. Everyone made it. Charlotte also needs to make it. So, all right. Cool. That's a little bit harsh, but Charlotte will be fine. Oh, by the way, when it was your turn, Charlotte should regain 10 hit points. So,
yes.
She will be at 98 and 96 right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So everyone besides Charlotte takes, let's see. It's gonna be harsh. Let's say 10. D8. Oh, sorry. Wrong. I'm kind of sick of single-handedly rolling, so I will just 9. D6. All right. Everyone takes 22 points of damage. So Sentinel will take 22. So Tolly, you don't take anything. 22.
Yay!
It's good to be a rogue at this point. So Rainy, you take 11 points of damage because half is transferred to Charlotte.
That's right.
Charlotte takes 55 though.
In total?
Yes, in total. So
right.
That's hard. All right, Mind Flayer, resorting to his fireball. He will look at all of you, and he will move a little bit further away from you guys. Let's see, 30 feet. Yep. He gently hovered away, just like ding. That's it. That's the end of his turn. All right.
All right.
You guys, what would you like to do? Tolly, you're up.
I'm going to bonus action dash to get back up on.
All right, cool. Bonus action dash.
Oh wait, maybe I don't because I'm hasted.
You already have double movement though. Oh, by the way,
amazing.
I will need Rivani to roll a Constitution save to maintain haste.
Oh, that's right.
Because it's a concentration spell. Come on, make it. Nice.
17.
Yep. I think it's based on.
Ravani took half damage, so it's half.
Yeah. So
Which is 11.
11. Yeah. So 11 points of damage. Yeah, you definitely make it. For a second, you thought you were gonna lose it, but no, you hold it in place. Nice. Tolly, you just catch up to the damaged illithid, mind flayer with ease. What would you like to do?
Smash.
Stab. Mad stab. Nice. That's a hit. That's a hit. Nice. All right. Yeah. Nice. Second attack also hits. Nice.
And then hasted.
Oh man. 39.
Oh, hasted misses. Oh, bad day.
Uh-oh.
Wait. You should only have 2 attacks, right? Because you use a bonus action to dash.
Action.
Oh, right.
No,
Sorry, my
hasted.
bad. Yeah.
Action, bonus action.
Yeah.
No, like I thought the same, and then I was like, what?
Yeah, that's correct. 3 attacks. Correct. So 2 landed. It's all right. 39. Hold on. This is very close. Total of 72 points of damage, I believe. Am I correct? I need to check.
20,
Calculator, come on.
9, 49, 55, 6. The sneak for the second one doesn't count, I don't think.
Oh,
only
yeah,
once
it's
already.
already, yeah, so 55 points of
Yep.
damage. Yes, nice. All right, so 55, not enough, though. All right, so he's badly injured. You can see your blade sinks in so deep that almost cut off one of his arm, but not enough. Yeah, just not enough. So that will be the end of your turn. Ravani, you're up. What would you like to do? You're almost dead. You're almost unconscious. You have only 5 hit points left. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. So, So he's running away, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The clockwork spider should be able to catch up. Yeah, he should. That's like a 60 feet, so he should.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because he's hasted. Go nuts.
Yeah. I'll get Charlotte to zoom all the way up to him.
All right. Zoom. Bam. And attack.
All right.
2 attacks. The first one has a hit. Second one has a hit. Third one and fourth one are miss. And he will need to make a Constitution save. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes it. 16.
Mm.
Plain roll.
All right.
Yeah, all right. So 13. So he takes half the damage and not poison. So 3, 11, 24. Okay, cool. He's still standing. Last leg, but still standing. All right. Ravani, you're up. What would you like to do?
I think I have a healing potion of healing still, right?
Yes, I believe. You never used the healing potion. You guys never used it, so... Yeah.
Let's see. Is that
That will be a bonus action in my ruling. So you can use a bonus action to drink it. Reach into your pouch, drink it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna chug one down.
Is it... Which one is it? The normal ones or, the greater healings? You guys have that, so...
Greater healing one.
Alright. Greater healing ones, I believe, is 44 plus 4.
So that's 48.
Yes. Sorry, 40... no. 44 plus 4.
Oh, 4d4.
Yeah, I think normal... no, I think potions are always d4s. Unless they are beyond greater. Hold on, let me check.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. Greater healing. Alright, I need a... come on. Okay, greater healing potion. 5e potion of healing. Yes. Yeah, 44 plus 4. Unless you're superior healing, it's 8d4 plus 8. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Not bad. At least you heal yourself up for 11 points. That's good. All right.
Okay.
You still have your action. What would you like to do?
Yes.
You are 85 feet away from the Mind Flayer.
I'm going to move up to take cover behind the frontmost pew, and I'm gonna try and lob another fireball at him.
All right, cool. Go ahead. Roll for the attack. That's barely a hit. Nice. You guys are rolling high today. Nice.
Oh, thank you.
15. Nice. So the flame kind of slams into his shoulder, burns a chart on its tentacles, and burns off one of its tentacles. 20. All right. He's still standing though, like not giving up just yet. That will be the end of your turn, I believe.
All right then. Yeah.
All right. Now it'll be Sentinel's turn. Sentinel will look around and charge. Just like 50. Yeah, this part is a ramp, so if he goes up, he'll go up 5 feet, so he only has 30 feet of movement. Yeah, he will use his action to dash. Well, no, he will double speed. Sorry. He will use up his action to get besides the Illithid. And yeah, just in a flanking position. That's about as much as he can do. Mind Flayer's turn. Alright. Mind Flayer. Damn. He's in a rough place. Okay. Oh. D6. Nope. Fail. Okay, so what can he do? Damn, it's rough for him. Okay. He looks at you, Tully. Oh, remember to give Charlotte another 10 points.
That's right. Yes.
Mind Flayer is gonna look at all three of you. Yep. He will use his legendary action. When Sentinel ends his turn, he will use his legendary action to go a little bit high up. And let's see. Oh, actually. Interesting. Ah, damn it. No, he can't do that. He already used his spell slots. Alright. Shit. He will look around you and he will try to mind blast you all again. Because you guys are near him. So, alright. I would like everyone around the Mind Flayer to roll for intelligence save. Again.
How far does that reach?
No, not towards you. It's just
Okay.
20 feet around him. So
Right.
you're fine. You're totally fine. Oh snap! All right. Yeah. Charlotte doesn't have. Oh no, he should.
Yeah, that doesn't really work on constructs, fortunately.
Yeah. Cancel. Yeah. So construct doesn't have a mind, so he's totally fine. But well, Tully, you take 11 points of damage. It's fine. Sentinel, however, takes 22 points of damage and is stunned for 1 minute. So 34. Shit. Mind Flayer already used up his action to do the attack. Right. He will use his bonus action to Misty Step 30 feet. Let's see. 30 feet into the distance. Can he manage to go anywhere? Yeah, he will use his Misty Step to go up the ramp to here. So he puts himself about 20 feet away, 20 feet width, but about 10 feet high up across from you. That will be the end of his turn. Tolly, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna fly after him.
Yep, I know. He wasn't paying much attention towards you, but now he was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Work your
This
magic.
is turning into a
Yeah.
Benny Hill chasing.
Work your magic. All right. That's a miss. Sorry. 21. That's a hit. 10 point. That's a miss. Whoa.
One out of the three. Like what?
Yeah, only one. Yep. All right. With that, because you don't have your allies around it, so sneak attack doesn't hit. He wasn't surprised. And let's see. Yeah, you weren't hiding from him, so 70 points of thunder damage. Yes. Right. Oh shit. All right. So, Tully, I wasn't expecting this. Tully, with that, the blade sinks in. Actually, how would you like to do this? I wasn't
She
expecting
doesn't
this.
even know. She's just kind of like desperate. She's pretty much like he's kind of fleeing, so she's just chasing him and basically stabs him in the back.
All right, so I would say that you fly over. You accidentally fly a little bit too high up in the air, and he wasn't expecting this as well. So you just plunge your shadow sword from the sky to his skull, just like stab him like from top down, and just finish him right off. The battle is over. I was like, shit. He will take another 15 points of damage and he'll be dead. And shit, this is 17 points of damage. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's just barely past the point. Nice. Well done, guys. He kind of died without making his any last words or anything. Yeah. That's it. All right, he's dead. He's toast.
I shall fish for money, but then he's a fleer, so he's probably not got much.
I sort of like call out from behind the pew, like, is it over? Did we win?
He's very dead.
Okay,
Alright.
good, because I think I'm almost dead. I kind of feel like I'm almost dead too.
All right.
So
Sentinel is still stunned. Can't speak for 1 minute. Yeah, so all right. So you guys are all finally resting. Like it's like a really harsh battle, and it's kind of makes you feel good that it's finally over. So you kind of sat down. Do you pat him down, the Mind Flayer? Do you search his body? Okay. Alright. Like you suspected, he was pretty poor, so there's not much of a gold or jewel or anything that's, worth of common value. However, you do find his cloth, like what he's wearing, it's kind of resistant. Like it doesn't, after all the battle, it didn't break from your blade or anything. Even though it's kind of a ragtag kind of suit from the appearance, it's surprisingly tangible and intact. So yeah.
whoever made his his clothes really knew what he was doing.
Yep. So Tolly, when you drag it down, you see two things. So the cloth is actually can fit as a cloak, as an overall cloak for you, or for anyone else. So when you grab onto it, it kind of just shift itself into a common cloth for you, a common cloak. Yeah. And the second thing is, when you look at the mind flayer, its body, there is a gigantic symbol that was on top of his body, like on his back actually, and you see sign of kind of skin graft. That the symbol was kind of carved from some dead body and just stitched onto his back. And the symbol, as you immediately recognize, it looks exactly like the book you found before. The book that forms itself into some hideous scripts of drawings that forms itself into kind of a evil-looking book. Yeah. So let's see.
Ravani.
Yep.
The evil book is marked on this guy too.
Yes.
Well, that's not a good sign.
Yep.
Here, let me have a look, and I'll also try and take a look at this.
All right. You take a closer look at it. The symbol itself, it kind of reminds you of, well, what this drawing is, and you do notice that the unusual tenacity from the creatures you guys fought before all seems to be from this kind of maybe ritual. You can't fully tell because it was like there's a lot of stuff going on, but you do think that the book kind of tells a ritual that could enhance your body and make you kind of tougher. You can't really tell though that's its full purpose, but you can certainly tell that this is part of the reason why someone would be going inside the tower and, occupying the space. They must be experimenting something.
Yeah, someone in this city is definitely experimenting with the playing around with the monsters here.
Yep. And that's probably
Yes.
why they're also scared and fleeing.
Well, in any case, I guess we'll have to go back and let them know that their mind flayer's dead.
Yep. Alright, cool. So I would say that this will be the end of today's session, and for Tolly, you can attune to the cloth to see further what it does.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say you guys, this is a good place as any to take a long rest. It's kind of remote. No one is bothering you guys. Yeah. Mysterious cloak. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Ravani,
then I have one hit dice left. I'm
Yeah.
so weak.
Yeah. Are you guys taking short rest or long rest?
Short rest here, just because everyone's here.
Short
just,
rest, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then Ravani, remember that your spell slots are not refilled. I thought you guys are taking long rest, but yeah, sure. Short
I
rest.
think we'll get back to the crew and then take a long rest, so
Alright,
that'll
cool.
probably be starting.
Cool. All right. Well done, guys. Good job on killing the mind flayer. I was
you
expecting
tricky
him to
one.
flee into, I was not expecting this. But
Yeah,
yeah.
bad luck with Ravani's haste. There was very little
Yeah.
way you were gonna outrun me.
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen.
That's good. That's good. Especially the twine spell. It's well timing, you know, and you didn't relinquish the control of it, which is good. Like,
Yeah.
well done, guys. I will see you guys next time.
Yes,
I'm not sure
indeed.
of next week though. I will keep you guys posted if I can't make it. So yeah, but yeah, that's about
Okay.
it. Cool. Well
Thank you.
done. No problem. Well done, guys.
All right.
See you guys next time.